Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's Wednesday. We have gathered before you today to continue on with the story of Reclamation. Um. Oh, gee, I forgot to ask who wanted to do the recap. So, who wants to do the recap?
I can do it. It's not a problem. Um, so last time we mostly were just getting ready to go on our mission. We selected a mission that was not fully completed with the saber wolves invading a farmland area. I remember quite distinctly Audie sped walked after Viren to get a bit more information, check in how he's doing. And he was spacey. Um, and then yeah, Corona got her new gun, just a sawed-off shotgun from our world, but in this world, it's a pretty special gun. Cool. And Roz went day drinking, and yeah, I think the rest of us kind of just wrapped up project slash trained.
Mhm.
And then the next morning we set out to the farm, where we met a dog whose name is escaping me.
Acorn. Mhm.
Acorn. We met the dog Acorn, and he is a good boy, but he likes to glare at us. Um, Possibly due to him having saber wolves constantly invading his territory.
Mhm.
Um, the dog took us to meet with Willow, I believe was the name of the druid,
Mhm.
who has been investigating the saber wolves. Willow expressed a desire for us to not kill all the saber wolves, and also expressed that the last people who came had no interest in listening to him. But, he mentioned that he works for the Greenskeeper, and Titan wants to remain on good standing with the Greenskeeper, so we're trying to not kill wolves. After some deliberation, we decided that the best move was to head upriver, or to walk up the river and then use the river as kind of a cover to get down closer to the cave. And Roz, being her typical self, jumped in full armor, no caution whatsoever, while the rest of us more wisely took precautions to make sure we didn't drown and die. Um, and then we ended about there. We with Roz about a minute or two ahead of the rest of us down the river, seeing the saber wolves on the other side of the bank.
They're pretty good. Anyone have anything to add?
Lilith
Nope.
did try to meet people from the League of Phantoms.
Mm.
Was
Oh, that's
adorable.
true.
Oh yeah, how could I forget?
She was successful in meeting those people from the League of Phantoms, and they didn't like her very much.
That's not fair. They just said she's probably not cut out to be an assassin.
Hmm.
At no point did they express a distaste for Lilith. They just, asked her if she was willing to kill people, and she was like, not really. And they were like, okay. Maybe another profession would be in your best interests.
Hmm. This is all true.
I just don't want the wrong narrative going forward.
Fair. To which I would agree.
I might have opportunities to join, and I don't want people being like, I hate the assassins. No.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll support that. I feel like the leader was very neutral. Just didn't think their skills would mesh well with Lilith and her history and family and background. Anywho's it. I think that's it. If no one else has anything else to add. Good. In which case, we are going to begin, and where we left off was Ra's water sliding down this fast river, and with a great deal of effort managing to catch herself and heave herself onto the banks on the southern side of the river, avoiding where a large number of saber wolves were currently hiding. She spied the entrance to what she believes to be the saber wolves' den, which is quite ominous in its appearance, and she cannot pierce its darkness with her vision, as much as Viren had once told her before they came here. So, with that and the rest of the party currently traveling downriver, let's go deal with them as a problem. Rest of the party, excluding Roz. We had an order for you, which we I believe we put you in here on the map, just as a reference point, right? Titans in the rear,
right.
Audi, Lilith, Corona up front. Okay. Well, yes. So you all are currently riding this rapid current down the river, doing your best to stay within the water. It's difficult, especially since none of you have a native swim speed. So it is mostly haphazard traveling through this. You're catching an occasional bump into the side, a rock here or there. Not so much for any of it to cause any damage, just discomfort. As you're getting closer, Corona, since you're up front, make a perception check for me.
Sure thing.
I'm going to see if you can spy where you need to begin exiting.
15.
Okay, yeah, you come around the bend, and not too far ahead, you see this rocky rise on the southern side of the river, which is essentially what Willow explained to you is where the entrance to the Saber Wolves' den is. And so you're going to want to start applying your exit strategy at some point. Your 15 will also show you several figures kind of meandering on the northern bank, shapes of saber wolves.
Okay. And to us, that'd be kind of like right and left, respectively.
Yeah.
South and north. Yeah, because we're heading down.
Yeah. Left wolves,
Okay.
right cave.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, she's going to call out. I think we got those rising rocks on the right. And we got wolves maybe on the left. So get ready to climb, people. And she'll try and, since she's the one that's leading the conga line, she's gonna try and start kind of wading towards the right.
Yeah. So the river is pretty narrow in regards to rivers. Again, it might be more generous to call it a fast moving stream.
Okay.
But in order for Corona to get some purchase to try to yank herself out, just make me an athletics check. This covers your maneuvering in the water against the current, and likewise trying to find something and keep hold of it to pull yourself out.
I'll re-roll that. I'm not confident with that.
Okay.
Already using a hero point. Ooh, that's
Samesies.
Well, yeah. Okay. I guess that's what it is.
Okay. A 12 is what it is. Actually, pause real quick. I realize I've made a mistake in which I should have found out where Roz would have put herself down the river. Because Roz, you arrived here first, ahead of the party by a couple of minutes even. Would Roz be waiting for the rest of the party to come down? AKA, are you in a position to help them?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely.
All right, so patience pays off. Okay, in which case, Corona, you see Roz perched up on the side of the river, covered by some shade and rocks. And as you're getting into position and you realize that you're having a hard time If Roz is helping you, you can make the check at advantage, or Roz can make her own athletics check.
Whichever one. With my luck so far, I don't know. Maybe Roz might want to make the check.
Let's have Roz haul Corona out herself. I got the exact same roll. I got a 12.
Oh wow.
It's
Okay.
destined to be.
It's just yeah.
It is destined to be. Corona, you're coming down. You see the banks. You see the wolves. You spot Roswin last minute. Roz sees you coming. You both stick out your arms to try to connect after your first grab for purchase fails. And you both have that moment where your hands kind of brush up against your wrists and you're going to clamp, and the current is just too strong and you're just a little bit too slick. And Corona, your hand kind of races by. So for the sake of things, Roz is going to be here-ish. And I'm going to put Corona kind of like just past, with the rest of the party starting to trickle in.
We are all holding that rope.
True, you are all holding a rope, which is super important. Speaking of which, given the party's order, Lilith, you're coming down. You can observe the fact that Corona has failed to get purchase and is moving past where you can see Roswin is. What is Lilith's plan?
She's gonna keep her hand on the rope with the one hand and reach the other one out to Roz.
Okay.
But she's sure she's gonna be sore because of it, but she's hoping that Roz is strong enough to pull them both.
Oh boy, is Roz making the check again?
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so you both can make a check each, or Roz, you or Lilith, you can make a check at advantage. But when it comes to keeping purchase of the rope, Lilith is going to make a check by herself.
You can make a check with advantage. I'll make the one for the rope.
You got it.
Athletics?
Yep.
Roz's athletics to get Lilith is a 24.
Okay, that is good.
Nice.
14 to hold onto the rope.
Corona, do me a favor. Also roll an athletics check.
Okay.
Let's see if the sudden brakes that are applied does not whip you down. And that's a great number.
23.
So Lilith comes racing down the river. Roz is there on the bank, reaches out. They manage to grasp forearms, locking onto one another. And then Roz quickly watches a rope kind of skitter through the water past where Corona is now moving. And then Lilith is now the intermediary, where Roz breaks, leans back, and then Lilith is sort of jerked off to the side, holding onto Corona, where Corona likewise manages to keep grip. Roz, with your very large athletics check, I'll even allow you to reel in Lilith and Corona.
Like fish.
Basically. However, you don't have much time to breathe as Audie comes racing down the river bend.
Yeah, I do. I'm guessing because Roz succeeded that Audie's making her own check to try and help herself. Her hands are a bit full.
Currently she is juggling quite a bit. The good news is you have a rope. So at the very least, you know, you have a safety net. But yes, Melody, please make an athletics check.
Yeah, it's a 5.
Sure. Yeah. Roz is helping Lilith and Corona onto the shore. When you guys kind of watch Melody zipping down, and then you see Melody scramble, trying to grab onto something, fail, and then you kind of watch the rope that you've managed to pull in a little bit, kind of just go a bit down the river. Again, not so far that it's a problem, given that you have it, and you are sturdy in your 24 athletics. But however, another problem is quickly coming down the river bend. Somebody whose weight might cause a problem in this scenario, Titan. But perhaps
Hooray.
Titan can catch himself with an athletics.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't work then there's an issue. 25.
Yeah, huge.
Nice.
Best one yet. I mean, for numerous reasons, other than perhaps just being well built for this kind of like traversal and then stopping, just huge, powerful claws. You can dig into the side of the river, and you now between Titan and Roz are just holding onto this, this V of rope where at the tip of it is Audie, just kind of getting brushed up into the current. But again, between the 25 and the 24, other than it taking a little bit of time, collectively, again, not a lot, less than a minute, you can reel her in, and you can all end up on the southern bank here. And then shortly following you up, leaping out of the river as a four-legged, blue-scaled lizard is Willow, who will then become a halfling again. Florin. Is everyone all right?
Everyone's accounted for.
Thanks for the save.
First, you're not that heavy.
Good thing we have the rope.
Also pass without
Feel like
trace.
something ominous just happened.
Oh, that's
that
what
was terrifying.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I realized I should have pass without trace active.
Nice. Okay. So no one was all the wiser.
Yep.
To our mishaps.
All right. Well, cave entrance is over there, and I don't like the look of it too much. Anybody volunteer to scout it before we go blundering in like morons?
Audie looks at Lilith.
You all look at her. She's in the middle of like tidying herself a little bit. Oh, yeah, I can scout.
It's just such a quieter than the rest of us.
Sure. Yeah, maybe I can peek in from above. Try and get there without letting any of the wolves know.
Right. And before you go, Lilith, Willow, you said that you believe that your talisman was what was protecting you from the influence of this place, right?
Yes, that is correct.
You think you can extend that protection to our friend here?
Unfortunately, no, I don't think I can. I think it is attached to the talisman that I wear, the magical gift given to me. It is not a blessing, it is a physical object. Again, we'll pull up the leather strap and dangle the greenskeeper emblem around his neck.
Well, maybe you can either go with her or loan her that little talisman for just a wee minute. What you think?
Well, my being by her side won't protect her. Not with the talisman. And unless she feels like taking an hour's break to attune to it, I unfortunately just can't give it to her either.
All right then. How brave you feeling, Lilith?
Brave enough.
All right then.
Out of character, just to make sure I'm reading the map correctly.
Mm-hmm.
This is the cave, and I assume this is all like the same over top. The only entrance is there.
The only entrance you can see, correct. This is literally like a pit that's been dug out and is filled with rock, dirt, bones. Probably where you suspect saber wolves drag their kills back and consume as a pack.
Oh, okay. So Is it open to the top here?
Yeah. No, don't. The cave is when you enter here, it will take you to another part of the map.
Okay.
I've been trying to keep fancy, so.
Audie will kind of pat Lilith on the back and mutter, I mean, she just faced the biggest fear that she'd ever had with a big river, so she's got this, nah? And I'm gonna give you some bardic inspiration.
So
If I can remember how to actually do it.
I don't know if we ever figured out a proper way to do it. Because there is an automation for it, but I found when rolling the dice, it rolls like 3d20 and then adds a d6 to it for some reason.
Weird.
Yeah, it's super strange, and I'm not sure exactly wherein that problem exists. But if Audie wants to be the one to try it, as soon as I remember where those features are all tucked into, I'm looking for. You ever just have so many extra tabs on your screen, you're not sure what all of them do all the time? Okay. So I don't know if Audie, if you can find this. So if you go to your token controls, the little person icon on the top left.
Okay.
Okay. You're gonna. Is there a hand with sparkles around it?
No.
No. It's just a open palmed hand, 5 fingers, sparkles.
I can raise my hand.
No, it would be above that. Okay, in which case it's maybe only something I can see. So again, for the sake of it, I will just do that. Applied to melody. Yeah, I wasn't intending to try to use this little tidbit, but there. So you at least have it denoted on your character. It should prompt you when you make a check if you want to use it, but like I said, the automation for it is wacky. But that might also only be on my end, because I haven't tested it from just a player-only account. So it'll at least let you keep track of it, that you have it at least.
Yeah. Well, Lilith is going to slowly and quietly kind of make her way down towards here. She wants to get a peek in this pit and stay in the magic that makes her even sneakier.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
For as long as possible.
She's
going to do so stealthily.
Speaking of which, everybody should roll a stealth check.
Okay.
With pass without trace, 16.
Oof.
Let's see if this works. It does not.
Pass without a trace gives a +10, right?
It does.
That's modified 20.
It's a bit early in the
competition with Roz, but with pass without a trace, 14.
Ah.
Oh well, okay. 24.
Yeah. Still good.
Well, that's with the +10, isn't it?
Yep.
So 14 or 24?
14 is the normal number. It's in chat.
Well, it's got the
plus-
+10
There's a
in there.
10 in the formula. That's why I was
Oh,
asking.
there. Oh wait, what the? It did work.
Because you're in the aura.
Oh yeah, okay. I guess it did work. Okay. So yeah, it is just 14.
You
Okay.
guys are competing.
Yikes.
All right, Lilith.
On the opposite spectrum, the rogue rolled a 33.
Oh, of course. Oh, look at level 2, rolling a 33. Crazy. Pass without trace is totally balanced.
Totally.
I might use a revised one in the future. Okay, now that we know that everyone in general is only kind of okay at hiding. Lilith, you creep up to the edge of the bone pit, getting a closer look that is filled with many different types of bones from all kinds of creatures. And even at a passing glance, with no checks required, you can tell there are a couple of humanoid shapes in here as well, skulls most prominently standing out, a couple of rib cages that distinctly look pretty humanoid. But you're no doctor, so you know, who knows? Maybe you're just seeing things. But from that position, with no check, the cave is a distinct maw of inky blackness. You can't pierce the entrance into it at all. It is like staring at a wall. And the more you look at it, the more distinctly you feel a certain amount of discomfort.
Get a shiver up her spine. She's going to keep moving.
Still nothing. Why don't you here, make me a perception check. You can't see anything, but see if you can hear or smell anything.
That will be a 13.
Okay. You stop at the entrance to the mouth of the den. As before, now absolutely confirmed, something is unusual here in that you're right up to the entrance and you cannot see anything beyond the threshold. However, you can hear that there's a distinct sound of like dripping water, a source of something that is running water, and that the air is quite cold and quite clean, in contrast to the very wet, warm, and humid atmosphere you're currently in.
Mm-hmm. And for her final act of rogue business, she's going to try to lean over the edge to stick her head into the cave.
Okay.
See if she can see if this. I mean, obviously, this inky blackness is off because her elven eyes should be able to see through normal darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So she's hoping maybe she can see, like, maybe it's like a film that she can see past if she sticks her head in.
So you're gonna basically kind of get right up to the threshold and poke your head in?
Yeah, she's like lying on her belly and leaning over.
Oh, okay, you're gonna commando crawl into. Yeah, sure. In which case, I'm just gonna stick you here. And you should be able to see.
Yes.
Well, I'll pretend like your dark vision's working, because, you know, there's no light in here. Looking around, you can see there's an area where this cave has a section of water that seems to have pooled, and you can tell there are a couple of pathways that kind of branch out from this entry point. You can see that there's a bit of a pathway kind of worn in where you can see saber wolves have frequently come and gone. Unfortunately, from this position, the only thing that tells you is that the saber wolves have gone down all three paths that are observable to you.
After taking a moment, she will pull herself back, or try to.
Yeah, there's no resistance. You should probably have to do a little dance to get back out.
Oh no, she's trapped forever.
There you go.
And start making her way back to the others.
She's alive.
I'm alive. Alright. Bone pile leads into a cave. There's like a veil of darkness covering it, but once you step through, it's just a dark cave. Didn't see anything much of note in there other than some water and a few pathways that I couldn't see fully where they went to. didn't think going in alone would have been a good idea.
All right. Well, I'm going to only assume that it's dark inside, and most of us can't see that well in the dark, so let's get a lantern, shall we?
Yeah, I
And
got
did I
one.
just give us away?
Would you rather walk into the dark?
I think on a word I could get the light to go, but that's true. Alright then. And Audie is going to flick out a copper piece and actually no, she has a necklace that she wears.
Sure.
So she is going to she's gonna cast light on her necklace. Thinking bright thoughts.
Hmm. And when you do, you focus on it. When you kind of release your grip on the necklace, you see that the ornament is glowing magically, about the radius of an average torch.
She looks very proud of herself.
Well, that's amazing.
Right. Well done. Let's do this, shall we?
Unrelated to that, Corona, both you and Willow notice that it sounds like the saber wolves on the other side of this rocky overhang that you're behind. They sound like they've become agitated.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna look over to, to Willow, to Titan and Audie, since they're all nearby. You guys hear that? Those wolves on the other side sound agitated.
Yeah, I think they might have picked up on our scent.
What
Or
do
maybe
we
we've
do?
just been talking too long. Probably just go inside.
Yeah, tight nods. I think being quiet's no longer an option. Let's just hurry.
Worst case scenario, we can use the entrance to the den as a choke point.
Fair enough.
Everybody's gonna scoot on over.
Ooh, new
Oh,
map.
cool.
Exciting stuff.
So yeah, and everything should be working other than the lighting. Which technically speaking, I suppose I can do this since everyone's down here now. Let me just quickly go over here and remove this, which is going to be a reminder to everybody that you have to go turn on your light sources now.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yep, sorry. Sound effects for spells.
Oh, man. Readying us for the PTSD.
Yep, that's gonna keep happening. I apologize.
I fail.
Oh, okay. Well, Quinn got light working.
I didn't do anything.
Oh,
I put the light spell on. Isn't that's not that's
but you put it on Lilith. It's good that you got it to work. But it's unless you gave Lilith the hang on, I'll help you with that. So
Nice.
I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna get rid of this on Lilith.
Oh, it looks like the lantern doesn't automate.
There is one. Okay, you might have Lilith targeted.
Oh yeah, I thought I turned that off, but apparently not.
Just hover over Lilith and click T.
I would love to, but I'm back outside.
I am also back outside. Here we are. There we go.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. There's a wall there, so you can't just climb the. So I'm just gonna move you like well and away from the entrance.
So which one's
For all of you.
Lilith so I know who not to target?
Oh, this is Lilith, but so you have to actively do something to target someone. So as long as Lilith is no longer targeted, which she is now no longer targeted, now if you cast a spell, it should be on you.
Maybe target yourself just to be safe.
She did.
Okay.
Didn't add light for me though, which is there we go.
There we go.
Well, that's for the lantern. What kind of lantern are you using, Corona?
Oh, I was talking about Titan's lantern.
Oh, well, regardless, who's using what?
Titan is using a lantern, but I
A hooded lantern, I see.
seem to have screwed it up. Hooded lantern for Titan, yes.
And I've got a bullseye lantern for kind of getting the technical difficulties out of the way. Ah.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to get the convenient effects to exist for you all. If they don't automate just by equipping the item. But however, if that might be part of it. I don't know if you have the items equipped, because then it might activate the effect.
So, speaking of technical difficulties, I glanced over at stream and noticed that the stream profile could not see underground.
Couldn't follow us through the map. That is very funny.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, I should be able to fix that. Yeah, because the way this works is that it follows people's tokens in initiative order, and it's an observer, and so it can't observe you anymore. This is actually an interesting phenomenon I haven't accounted for. I think.
Could you give it permission fully for one of the characters, and then maybe they would be able to see?
Maybe. Because in which case, I'm going to do that for you, Lilith. There. But now we have to see if it'll only follow you around or not. But that's fine. We're we're learning together as we go.
My issue is that my lantern doesn't have charges, and I don't know how to fill those charges.
Should your lantern have charges?
I
That's
assume
the
that's
way
for
the
oil.
item works. It says it has a charge. Anyways, it doesn't matter. You gave me a light source. It doesn't matter that much.
Oh, I mean, it burns for 6
You're back
hours.
Another time.
Yeah, so, oh yeah, I guess, yeah, it uses a flask of oil to be fueled. So, I mean, this would be it burning it, it's starting its burn for 6 hours. I suppose the charge mechanic for it, whatever reason that exists, is not necessary, really. We can deal with that later. But does everyone have requisite light sources that are functioning for them now?
Sure do.
Looks like it. Yep.
Oh, cool. Yeah, calm down there, Titan.
Bullseye.
Well, sorry. It's working-ish. Lanterns are a 30-foot radius, but I have 10 feet.
That is a strange one.
It's acting as if your lantern is pulled hooded instead of unhooded.
Oh, that might be it, actually, yeah.
That one I don't know if I can help with. Let me see.
Hooded lantern might be just the like shortened range, and normal lantern is probably just the normal range.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I applied the hooded lantern, aka it is hooded. So we're gonna do that, but then we're gonna come back over here and go boop. I say boop. I say boop.
There we go.
I can see. I can fight.
For the time being, Willow's gonna keep his pass without trace active. Oh, weird. Some of the saber wolves have bled through onto this level. That's fun. If you all happen to see any saber wolves in here, there aren't supposed to be any. So, if you see them, let me know.
Ominous.
The ghosts of saber wolves past.
I mean, you all were told that they got ousted from their den.
Alright. Shall we head to this left path down here? Bet that leads further into the cave.
Yeah, I think we should head left first.
Are we going to go there? Or best to stick together?
Who wants to take the front and the back? Because I'm worried about those wolves outside coming up behind us.
I got it. I'll be point.
Okay.
And Audie's going to draw out her weapon just to be ready.
We'll cover the rear, I guess.
Okay. We have a rough marching order then, from the sounds of it. In which case, Roz, it doesn't take you particularly long, as you take at the forefront here of the party. For suddenly, a pair of dark, shadowy, clawed hands to reach out of the stonework.
Uh-oh.
So, don't mind me as I just go do that. Please roll me initiative.
You want to go first, Lilith?
Yeah, you can go. Actually, I think my dex mod's higher, so I think I'd
Oh, that's probably what
automatically
it
go
is.
first.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, everyone's in. So we begin. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go ominous. Okay, Melody, you are up first. These two roughly humanoid-shaped creatures have come crawling through the wall and are reaching towards Roz with ill intent.
Yeah, and Audie's going to try and strike a dramatic pose, pretending like she knows what she's doing.
Mhm.
The casting light made her feel like maybe she's kind of got this. And with hand outstretched towards, I guess, probably the nearest shadow, because it's the one closest to Roz. Actually, she thinks maybe Corona and Lilith has that. So the one on the other side. She just kind of glowers at it and goes, "The shadow's supposed to be afraid of the light. Get back now, or she's gonna make you fear the worst." And she's gonna cast Vicious Mockery on it.
Yeah, okay. Wisdom save.
Yep.
That's a failure.
Alright, so that is 1d4. So that is 4.
Are you sure? You sound
Well,
uncertain.
I rolled a 4 and
Yeah, there's nothing to add to it.
there's no adds. Okay, yeah, 4.
Okay. The shadow quivers and shakes and seems to withdraw briefly before extending its malice back towards Roz. But it seems to be, shaken, apparently. Weirdly. Is that your turn, Melody?
It certainly is.
Okay. Lilith.
Lilith is going to get spooked by these, but quickly draw her rapier and try to take a stab at the one next to her.
Okay. Do so.
16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Oh, kind of sad on the damage. 8 damage total.
Okay. Lilith, you lunge out with your rapier, stabbing at this shadowy creature. And while it does pierce it, you do realize the weapon goes through it far easier than you thought. As if it doesn't seem to affect it as great a deal as you expected to strike like that too.
That will be her turn.
Corona.
Corona is going to react to these things, seeing that they're clearly not wolves
No,
coming out of the walls.
especially.
And she's going to use her shotgun with her free arm,
Mm-hmm.
since thankfully it is one-handed, and she'll shoot. So let's see. I should have probably dragged this into my bar. That's okay. Normal. Okay.
Yeah, that.
Oh,
Yeah.
16 to hit. Nice. And the damage. Okay.
Okay. Same as before. First time using this weapon, you level it pretty much point blank at this creature, and then pull the trigger, and it barks this gout of fire and smoke and kicks back pretty strongly, and you kind of hear like this just sputter of pellets. And the creature, you see it hit and it kind of staggers through it a bit, but it doesn't seem to be overly effective.
Oh, sorry, I just realized it should be upping to 1d12,
12
right? When
within 10 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I
It
think
rolled a...
I think I included in the weapon that if you do the versatile damage, it should be a d12.
Oh, okay. Do we want to just take that roll, or should I re-roll it with the 12?
Reroll it.
Okay, I think this button should work. Normal. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Okay. I will subtract 1 additional HP.
Okay, and yeah, saying that it doesn't have that good of an effect. I suppose, can we tell how damaged these things are, or not so much because they're just shadows?
They are just shadows, so they don't bleed or pant, or in the same way that people do. But that being said, the creature in front of you, the shadow in front of you, has lost a bit of its shape. It's more amorphous. It's less tangible than it was when it originally appeared. So you think its density, how well it's holding itself together, is a good indicator, which is to say it's losing itself a bit.
Okay. And reloading is an action or bonus action, correct? Or is it just action only?
Honestly, I quickly have to double check the firearm rules.
Yeah, because I had it on the old weapon, but I completely took that off my sheet.
That's an oopsie on both of our parts. But hang on. I have the PDF right here on my desktop.
Pull it up too, just to drop
Let's
it
see.
between turns.
That being said, we can move on briefly if you'd like. You can fire
Sure.
only one piece of ammunition from it when you... Nope. Let's see. If you're proficient with the weapon, reloading it takes a bonus action. Otherwise, reloading it takes an action. So yes, it can be
Action,
done.
okay.
It can be done as either.
In my case, yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay, then yeah, we'll just double down. We'll use the bonus action to fire both barrels at it.
Okay. Shoot the
So
ghost.
roll to attack. Yep. Okay, nice.
Bang.
And then I'm gonna cancel this and use the versatile damage. I know there's a key to like roll versatile. It's like alt or something, but
Unsure.
I'll figure it out. Another 3.
Yep. Another bark, another gout of fire.
Okay. They're actually barking. Interesting. Okay.
No. The shadows aren't. The gun is barking.
Oh, the gun is barking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose I could see how that might be misconstrued.
Okay. Action, bonus action. I think she's staying right where she is. That is her turn.
Okay. Roswin's turn.
Okay, well, Roswin has been told by Tatiana, who she has no reason to listen to whatsoever, to fight with a sword, which is what she's doing. So this injured one, she's gonna try to hack it with her sword.
Okay.
22 to hit
Oh yeah, big hit.
for 14 damage.
Okay. You come in with the training sword, not really a training sword, a full-fledged sword made by a dead company, and swing through the shadow. And unlike others, you feel the blade gain full purchase and cleave through it. And as you get to the other end, it just and discorporates.
Nice.
All right. I have no other actions. Let's eat this other shadow attack, shall we?
I could
It is
possibly be
marked.
wrong. Okay. If that is Roswin's turn, it is Willow's turn now. Willow's going to move up, get sight of this creature. And he's going to cast Infestation. He's muttering briefly to himself, and you all sort of just watch as around the base of the shadow, a bunch of small chitinous insects begin crawling up and towards it, flying, buzzing, and attacking. But then they just sort of fly up and just through the shadow and land on the other side. It seems as if the attack had no effect. Titan.
He's going to move here and realize that he has no way of getting into this fight and grumble frustratedly.
Yep, that is unfortunate.
He can't get by anyone.
It is narrow and tight.
And that'll be, I guess he'll take the dodge action, but that'll be Titan's turn.
Always a good choice. Finally coming to fruition, the shadow is going to attack Roz. I do find it funny that, they just... I guess I played it a little wrong. They should have gotten the jump on you. So they missed their opportunities to actually do anything to you. And the good news is a 12 is not going to succeed.
No, it will not.
It's going to claw at you, Roz, and it's going to rake these partially tangible shadowy claws across your armor, screeching across the metal in scales, but will cease to actually do anything. Although the part of your body where it rakes the claws over, underneath you get goose pimples. You have a feeling that if these were to actually find purchase, it would be far worse. You think you've just narrowly avoided something awful. Back at the top of the round, before Melody, I just have to go do something really quick that totally has nothing to do with the combat.
Oh no, we're in the lair. Ah.
Yeah. Crap, you
Now
figured
lair action is on 20.
You figured me out.
I mean, this would be... Oh no, it's not. I'm at 20.
Well, it's actually not the lair action I'm doing. I'm just doing this ahead of time. Cool.
I would be concerned if we were running into lair actions already.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, Melody, it's your turn.
And she's gonna try it again. It seemed rather effective last time.
Yeah, it just died. It didn't even fight back. It just got pummeled to death.
Oh, I attacked the other one, but if it, for the sake of the fact that it's dead, we'll yeah.
Oh, wait,
Anyways.
you attacked the far one?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
But that's okay.
I could bring the other one back to life if you'd like.
Nope. Nope. Damage was done. Had to go through it anyway or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's gonna kind of muster up the strength and just and mutter. You see, her light is better than all of us. She's coming for you next. How's their will save?
Wisdom save. What is your DC?
That's a great question.
If you go to your sheet, go to your spell book, and it'll be at the bottom left corner.
Oh, why is it at the? Oh, it's at the bottom corner. Ah, it's a 14.
Yeah, definitely a fail.
Excellent.
And it's there because that's where it belongs.
I thought it was like at the scrolly part, not in the footer.
Right. Please roll your damage.
I threw my D4 under my desk. 1 second. That's 2 damage.
2 whole psychic damage. And it quivers and shakes. Doesn't seem to like your words. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it is. Oh, she's gonna step to the side. Move a little.
Okay. Don't mind me. Totally not taking turns for creatures you can't see. Lilith.
Lilith is seeing that she's blocking the way. So she's going to move back over to here, get some distance, because these things came out of the walls. Oh.
Don't worry. Disregard.
That's not horrifying.
She doesn't see those, so she's going to draw her bow.
Yeah, I forgot the type of wall I did for that. Oopsie.
She's going to fire at the one that she can see.
Good choice.
I'll roll my bardic dice to add it to that. 15 to hit.
That will hit.
Uh, 18 damage.
Wow.
I rolled a 10 on the d10 and a 4 on my sneak attack dice.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I mean, the arrow whistles through the air briefly, striking through the shadow. Again, it passes through it relatively easily, but you watch just the sheer force of it sort of just takes this huge chunk out of its side, and you sort of watch as it has to spread the rest of itself thinner to fill that spot back in.
And she will move her last 10 feet over. And that's not quite hidden enough here. And use her bonus action to hide.
Okay, stealth check.
Ooh, not that great. 12.
Yeah, that is not that great. But noted. Corona.
I think that she's just going to reload. And she'll have to use both actions to reload both things until she gets
No.
like a speed loader. Oh no?
No, you just load 2 shells.
Oh dang. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay, that makes things way easier. All right. Yeah. So she'll
That
use
was
her.
that was by design. It's a very simple weapon.
Okay. She'll use her bonus action then to reload. And then her action. She's not sure about the efficacy of her shots, but you know what? She'll. I think she's gonna move. If this is a legal space, I think she's gonna move like this to give Titan some room to get up here. like that.
Perfectly fine. I will note that in doing so, a arm is going to reach out of the wall to attack you.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. We don't know about them until now. So.
Yep. Fortunately, they can't hit for crap. An 8. So Corona, as you're quickly making that maneuver, unawares of the threat lurking in that wall, as you skirt by, you feel something graze off the back of your armor, giving you goosebumps, making note of a new threat that has appeared.
Okay. All right. I think she's gonna continue on this one. She'll use her action to shoot once. Let's try this. Let's see if this works. Oh, no. That was at advantage. That would have missed regardless, it looks like. I'm trying to figure out the keybind.
The 12 hits. The
it's
two
not it's not
the two
advantage,
didn't.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
Okay.
miss.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Action, bonus action, move. That is her turn.
Okay, Roz.
Okay, well, let's not think too hard about it. Let's just be Roz for a second. Let's hit this one in front of her. It's a 16 to hit.
Yep.
For this time 15 damage.
Another heavy blow, and the shadow just completely discorporates.
And with a quick look back, I see a problem. So I'm gonna move here to protect Willow from this one that's coming up behind us.
Yep. On the edges of the various light sources you have, you do identify that there is a shadow currently moving in to flank the group.
All right, that's Roz's turn.
Willow's turn. Willow's going to look around. Is anybody hurt? No? Great. Is going to back up here, basically between the 3 largest people in the group, and is going to take the dodge action.
Ooh, hello.
He is darkness, and he is your friend.
Roz would like to use one of her new exploits.
I bet you would.
Warding Strike.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
And I get to add the die to damage, which results in 17 damage.
Yeah, this shadow comes rushing you out of the wall. And as it does, you're ready for it, even though your attention was on another one. Your senses quickly snap to that one, and you catch it with the warding blow, and you get this upward slash from closer to the ground up across its body, and it just pops like a balloon.
Oz is doing great for now. Just wait until she loses strength.
You know, I'm trying. Yeah. I did a bad, which is I removed him. Shadow am I on? Was Roz's turn? It was Willow's turn. The shadow moved. Okay. Oh, hey, they have more movement speed than I originally thought. Quickly skittering from one position to another, Corona, you watch as a shadow out of your periphery moves from this wall and enters this wall. Yep, that's who that's turn. That was Titan.
So this shadow here.
It is a wall.
Inside the wall?
Yeah, this is a wall. Yeah. I walled that. I walled these pillars incorrectly.
That's fine. Then Titan is going to continue to deliver on his desire to protect Willow. And stay here and take the dodge action again.
Okay. Shadow. We're gonna zip out of the wall so I can see what he's doing. He's going to appear. And is going to zip at Roz. Because you are the nearest target. Big old 12, another rush, another series of swiping, partially intangible claw attacks, of which leave your skin rippling with goosebumps, but no other harm to you. Melody.
Why fix what's not broken?
Hmm.
The one right in front of Roz. Although Roz seems to be handling them pretty well, it seems.
Hmm.
And we see ones that are coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm assuming another vicious mockery is coming my way. Already.
Yes. How do I ping? Do I ping?
Left click and hold.
Left click and hold.
Yeah, I can see which one you've targeted.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that's the one we're targeting.
Yep, it fails. Roll your
And-
damage. Yeah, you can give me your
4 more damage.
you can give me your mockery.
Sorry, I was scrambling with dice so much, I don't got in. Sorry.
Okay. That's fine. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't cutting you off. Okay. I'm sure you have another biting jibe.
She's just too quiet, no one can hear it.
This one is going to come out of the rock. It's going to make an attack at Titan at disadvantage. Which was a great decision. As a 12, it will miss. Same thing as before, except due to your slightly more draconian nature, goosebumps are not in your nature. Nor do I suspect you even
Hard
really
to do
feel
that on
the
scales.
chill of it. Yeah.
And
Honestly,
the
it's,
chill wouldn't be a bother you.
it's really just nothing to you. Let me quickly check something. Okay. This one's going to come out. It's going to use his buddy to try to corner in Corona. Oh, that's bad news. But I finally hit one of you. It's a natural 20.
Let's
Yikes.
go.
Uh-oh.
Shall. Wait, that's the opposite thing you're supposed to say.
Let's go.
Never heard someone so excited for me to hurt them before.
I got a potion.
Yeah, okay. That's the spirit. So, you are going to take, hang on, crunchy math. Rolled 6, plus 12, yeah, no, that tracks. 20 points of necrotic damage.
Oof. Okay.
And as you feel that attack rake across your body, it doesn't leave any physical wounds, but you feel yourself suddenly quite weak. You have had 3 points of strength drained.
Okay.
And so the game begins. But that's its turn. Lilith.
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I'm probably not hidden from the three that I'm in direct line of sight of.
None of them seem to come after you, so take that for what you will.
Well, around this corner, see one attacking Corona who looks like they maybe are having a bad time, and take a shot. I will ask if the path without a trace was enough to get me advantage on it.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
An 18 total to hit
Yep, that does it.
for 14 points of damage.
Okay, not as chunky as the last one, but well, the arrow pierces through it, kind of at an angle that just misses Corona off to her right side and skitters across the stone of the cave floor. The shadow is damaged pretty significantly.
Classic rogue action. We move back to our spot.
Bonus
Take
action
the stealth
hide.
mode action.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
rogues.
That's better. 22 without pass without a trace, so 32 with it if it stays up.
As long as Willow doesn't cast another concentration spell, it will.
That is Lilith's turn.
Yep. Shadow. Well, this one is going to rush up to Roz. And with his friend there is going to attack you. I lied. He is not going to attack you. The claws that... Roz, you seem... you're not sure what it is. You're not sure if it was something in a conversation you had before you left the camp. But here, now, in this particular moment in time, you seem as ready for this sort of harrowing scenario more than anybody. And your defense seems to be impeccable. Corona.
Okay. It's a bonus action to drink a potion, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
A healing potion.
Yes. Sure. Let's start by doing that, just in case these things have range or something. So, bonus action to do that. Yes. Consume. Nice. Perfect. Okay. I don't think that. No, that did not apply. So. Apply healing. Apply healing.
Oh, it didn't heal you?
Nope. It is not. It's okay. I'll do it manually.
You might have to target yourself.
That might be it. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do that. Then we are going to. I suppose we can do so during our turn. Action. Dodge.
Yep.
And then we'll move like this.
Okay. Yeah, fair.
That'll be our turn.
Okay. Roz.
All right, getting a little bogged down. We're gonna try to hit this guy with the sword.
Seem effective so far.
So far, so good. 13 to hit,
That'll do it.
12 damage.
12 is good, but it seems as if your luck has run out and that it does manage to survive this blow. It is heavily wounded based off of how hard it is to keep itself together, but it is still there.
All right, well, I'm not moving away. That's my turn.
Okay. On Willow's turn, Willow's going to reach out and touch you, Corona.
Mhm.
And is going to attempt to heal you. And why I said attempt, it makes it sound like it's going to fail. You're going to get 9 HP and 2 temporary hit points.
Ooh. Thank you.
Willow turns around, places their hand on your bicep, and you just kind of see this brief pulse of green magic that sort of races from their chest out and over their arm. And you feel like this warmth and this gentle, sweet, flowery air kind of quickly overtake you. And it relieves a bit of your weariness. Unfortunately, your muscles are a little bit saggy today, though.
Mm-hmm. Regardless, she will thank him.
But that is
Quick
all.
nod.
That's all Willow can do. No, this shadow just does not like Adi for very specific reasons. Roz, if you would like to take a swing at it as it rushes through its compatriot to get to Adi.
I would love to. No, natural 1.
Something about the point where it meets with its compatriot briefly kind of phases through it. You're not ready for the separation point. It just whiffs both targets. Adi, the shadow is closed on you, is going to attack you.
Yep.
23 to hit, which will indeed do it.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
9 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, okay.
And you lose 3 points of your strength score. Make note of your original strength score somewhere else and then subtract it off of the sheet. The shadow is going to they believe in shadow supremacy. It's going to go attack Corona.
He is dodging.
Very good news. It will miss. Titan, it is your turn. It has suddenly gotten very hairy.
Yeah, it did.
Something that a dragon I wouldn't really understand, but here you are.
Guess we're doing some Arctic breath here. Have a look at this.
If
Titan's gonna blast at a bit of an angle here. These two,
the two northern ones? Yep.
the two northern ones.
Yep, that's not a problem.
I need them to make dexterity saving throws.
Dex saves, not con saves?
It says dex.
Okay.
Yeah, it says dex.
Okie dokie. I trust you. Dex save it is. Honestly, I figured they'd be better at one than the other, but here we are. That's a double failure.
Hooray! They will each take 13 cold damage.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
I rolled really well.
Yeah, so Titan, you turn and brace yourself and to face these two coming from the north. You're in a very tight enclosed space, but you really don't want to give the ground that you have or leave an opening for Willow to get got at. So you just kind of wind up and the primal energy gathers deep within your core and you rush it up and launch it, creating this cold, icy cold breath weapon that rakes through the shadows and coats the wall behind them in these crystalline shards. You can see it affects them. You can see their forms lessen, but it doesn't seem much like how the physical weapon attacks have been ineffective. It doesn't seem as if cold affects them greatly either.
Oh wait.
Still good damage though.
Yeah. Bonus action claw attack. Oh yay, crit, nat 20.
Oh, nice. Get him.
Get him. Alright. Jeez, 19 on that.
Holy. The one directly north of you?
Yeah.
Okay. 19. Math.
Yeah, that's a huge crit.
Yeah, that's big. It is unfortunately a wisp of its former self, but still alive.
Okay, that's all I can do.
Okay, honestly, really good turn. The shadow near Roz. Claw attack. Oh, that one just might do it. That one will do it. Do you have any fancy things for this, Roz? Or are you just gonna catch this claw attack finally?
We don't have anything fancy for defense.
Okay.
We eat it in the face.
7 points of necrotic damage. And now for the number we're all afraid for. Apparently consistent. 3 points of strength drained.
Oh boy.
Top of the round, Melody.
Yeah, the one that struck out at her. Audie gives a glowered look. Your existence profanes the dream. Be gone with you. And vicious mockery.
Wisdom save.
Oh, she's kind of feeling it though. That's 1.
What's a 1? Your damage?
Oh yeah.
Well, no worries.
if they
It succeeded. It did succeed.
Yeah.
The 1 wisdom save, they've succeeded. It's in your face. It's clawing at you, and at this, it just squeals at you.
Yeah. I was gonna say, nah. Thankfully, I guess maybe noise gate stopped us from hearing anything.
Oh, that's not good. I did a really cool creature sound. That's not good news
I
at
bet
all.
you did.
Well,
I'm so
fine.
sorry.
Now I'm angry. Now I'm gonna hurt
But
you.
I have a bonus
Oh, okay.
action,
Take your turn.
and I would like to heal myself a little.
Yep.
Probably with healing word. I don't know if I grabbed a potion. I have exactly 1 potion. We're gonna use a healing word though.
Okay.
Potions heal more. Never mind.
They
What am I
do.
doing? I'm gonna target myself. I'm going to target myself.
Yeah, let's see if that works.
And inventory. Potion.
Just click on the dice and the name.
Use. And normal. I'll take it.
Does in fact not automatically heal you. I'll see if I can't work that out though.
Okay. But it's 5.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Is that your turn?
Yes, because moving right now seems like a bad idea.
It is rough, yeah. Okay. The shadow is going to close in. It's going to attack Corona.
Okay.
At disadvantage, because still dodging.
Yep.
Even at disadvantage, it is still going to hit.
Nah.
Yeah, I rolled a 14 and then a 15. 7 points of
Oh.
necrotic damage.
My
Oh.
AC is 16.
Those on the dice.
Oh,
to
on the
hit
dice.
modifier
I'm,
put you
I'm,
over.
I'm
Yeah,
stupid. My bad.
yeah. No,
Okay.
you're not. It's okay. It is 7 points of necrotic damage
7 points.
and another 2 points of strength drained.
Okay.
This one sure doesn't like Titan after everything it just did to him. It is going to miss with an 11 total as it reaches out. And between armor, natural protection, and your general uncaringness towards cold, it doesn't seem to really do anything to you. This one, however, is going to continue picking on Corona. Seems as if these three have just made up their mind. Disadvantage will be great news. Total 12 miss.
Nice.
For better or worse, being harried on multiple sides, you're still able to react in time after catching the first blow from its partner, being aware of the others more now that you realized, oh, I just got hit here, let's try to deflect the others, and you do manage to avoid the second attack that comes in from behind. Lilith.
Lilith. Ross seems to be doing a pretty good job with these things, so maybe we can free her up and then she can help the others better. So we're gonna shoot at this one over here. Oh, and that might do it. Natural 20.
Yeah, I think that'll hit.
Okay, so
How big of damage can you deal? I mean, the base damage is already like through the roof.
yeah, I mean, base damage is 10 plus 6 plus 4,
20.
so total is 27.
Okay. I cut that in half. Okay. Almost one-shotted despite its resistances. The arrow whistles through, striking through. Again, it sort of separates its center mass and then it thins itself out to take shape again, but it is heavily wounded after that.
We hunker down once more.
Bonus action hide.
29.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, with passive meta traits. End of turn.
Okay. Shadow, the one you just shot. It's gonna attack Roz. And miss. You manage to turn to the side, realizing Lilith's attack has probably enraged it, and managed to parry the attack, the claws, off of your magical sword. Corona.
Real easy turn. Just gonna target myself to make sure. We're gonna bonus action second wind.
Mm-hmm. Good choice.
Normal.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, very
Ooh, cool effect.
Apply healing. That still doesn't work. Interesting. Okay. Plus 11.
I suspect I know what it is.
And I mean, for what it's worth, I have the strength to spare, so just to hold the line, I'm gonna keep dodging with my action. Yeah.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep dodging.
Okay. Roz.
Okay. We're gonna hit that one up north again. Or try. Roz is a little worse at combat now. Natural 20. Never mind.
yeah.
It's dead.
Yeah, it is. It's like, let's. You can roll your big numbers if you want, but yeah, let's not pretend it's gonna survive this.
For funsies, it would have been 17 damage because her strength has been drained.
Yeah. Well, super dead.
Then we're situation bad. We're gonna do a gambit and provoke attack of opportunity here.
Okay. A very ugly natural 19.
Does hit, obviously.
Oh, a very ugly 12 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And predictably 3 points of strength.
Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and second wind as well.
Mm-hmm.
That second wind gets me back 3.
That's rough, buddy.
But from here we're gonna pass turn.
Okay. It's gonna come to Willow's turn. Willow's going to look around. All right. It seems as if everyone's hurt a lot more than before. And is going to turn to you, Corona. Is going to cast Cure Wounds.
She's only got 1 HP missing, if it matters.
Oh, did you heal that much?
Yeah, from second wind, yeah.
Oh, gee golly gosh. Very well. I thought you had lost a little bit more HP than that. Okay, well, I will rescind the Cure Wounds from Willow onto you. It would certainly be wasteful. But moving is also kind of a poor idea for Willow. Would Willow dare? I think Willow would dare. Oh, sorry, turn Titan. Oh no, Titan's spinning. Out of control. Oh,
No, that's just me.
okay, there we go. Yeah, I think Willow is going to provoke an attack to get the Raws. And it pays off. That was a natural one from the shadow.
Nice.
Its claws find open air. Willow's going to go over to you, Roz. He's going to again put a hand on your shoulder, and you're going to get 9 hit points back. But then we'll likewise use his bonus action to channel the blessing of the Greenskeeper and heal you for 6 more HP and 2 temporary hit points.
I am just under full.
Willow cannot fight, but Willow is in fact a healer. But that's Willow's turn. Given Willow's position, Willow's gonna skirt this way a little. Shadow. Yeah, again, this shadow just doesn't like Adi. It's gonna keep attacking Adi. It is going to miss. It seems as if all that physical training is paying off. You managed to take advantage of the fact that it does strike at a blind spot, but you make sure that that blind spot you left protected by armor, and the blow glances off. The shadow will attack Corona at disadvantage. For a 16, which just hits, I believe.
Yep.
11 points of necrotic.
Ouch.
Oh, and the big one, 4 strength.
Oof. Okay.
You're okay, right?
Yeah. I mean, I still got a couple big ones in me left.
Okay, yeah, we're fine. Titan.
Titan's gonna look at them, see that we're still surrounded by quite a few of them. We've taken a few deep breaths. All right. And he's gonna breath weapon again.
Nice. Also, I realized my music change never took.
This is the normal breath weapon, so it's a con save. Um, 11 damage on a fail, and half, so 5 on a success.
Both will fail.
Yay.
So this shadow, when the breath weapon hits it, and is filled by mist and ice and frost, it just doesn't seem to reappear when that icy mist dissipates. The other one, on the other hand, is still there, worse for wear, but present.
Bonus action claw attack. Not a critical hit on this one, but
shame.
17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 7 damage is all.
Still pretty good. It's still alive, but struggling.
Doing my best.
As is everyone. Melody.
Yeah. Melody, this time, is going to wordlessly mock the shadow with more of like a facial expression, glowering and glaring, kind of the, pretending to take swipes but missing. It's like, yeah, that's you. See, that's you. And it's gonna viciously mock the one in front of her. And you should make a wisdom save.
It is going to succeed with a 16.
She still feels better about it.
Okay, is that all?
Sure. Well, like I said, if Titan wants to buddy cop and get a bit of an AC boost, but I'd be
I'm
willing
happy to buddy cop with you, Adi.
Yeah. Either that or I can leave it to for you and Corona, because you're really the ones surrounded, but... But if no objections, then I will take it.
Okay. You do share the same space when you do that. That's one of those.
Oh.
It didn't work on Roll20 when that happened.
Got it.
But both of
Then
you
that-
tell me, can you click on your respective tokens if they are overlapped? Like, can you move yourself, hypothetically?
I can.
Okay. It'll be a Titan problem, but the point is, you share the same space when you buddy cop.
Right. But that means I take a step outside of...
You would, yes.
Yeah. I don't think Audie would provoke
Okay, then Audie stays over here.
to do it. Yeah, she'd stay over there.
Okay. Shadow. They have one game plan, and they're going to keep to it. The disadvantage is super good. It's a miss. Corona, you were tucked in tight to yourself, trying to not let any limbs fly and to give anything to latch onto, and it seems to be working. But here comes the second attack. Natural 1.
Hey.
Corona's bobbing and weaving. Protected Lilith, the stealthy archer.
Well, it's gonna take a shot at that one that's trying to kill Audie.
Yeah, that's fair. That is what it's trying to do.
That'll be a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
13 points of damage.
13. That is very good. Longbow rogue. Very, very strong. Nero whistles, breaks its form up a bit. It is still alive.
Back into the shadows I go.
One of
A
us. One of us.
17/27 stealth.
Okay. We
Actually, I
will.
think I'm out of range. It's 30 feet for path within a trace, right?
It is 30 feet. Yeah.
17.
Okay. So far, it seems as if they haven't cared about you. They do seem very one-track minded. So much of this one's going to go attack Roz.
Warning strike.
Yep.
That's
I
what the
know.
gambit's for.
Yep.
20, not natural to hit.
Yep.
Because I only get +3 now. 10 damage.
More than enough. As you stamp out that shadow with another quick slash of your sword. Okay. It is Corona's turn.
Okay. I think at this point she's realizing that their numbers are starting to thin and she's getting a lot more impatient. So she's gonna do something risky. The weakest one is probably the top one, right?
It does look the weakest, yeah.
Between the other two around her, which can she tell which one looks the second weakest?
Make it's one of those weird ones. Make an Arcana or a Religion check.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, spooky medicine, basically.
Arcana or religion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're both the same. Okay.
Ignore my ping.
15?
Okay. Yeah, this one looks a little worse off.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna start by targeting this guy then.
Okay.
She is going to aim and shoot. She has one bullet remaining in her gun. Or
Okay.
one shell.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Gonna do this.
We're doing it.
Okay.
Bang.
Think yes. Okay, I figured out the hotkey. Unfortunately, only 1 damage. That sucks. That's okay.
For the class, would you like to share what the hotkey is?
Shift.
Shift.
For versatile damage.
Good to know.
Then, as her bonus action, she is going to use her fighting style, which lets her make a unarmed strike after attacking with a ranged weapon attack.
Mm-hmm.
So she will attempt to strike this guy.
Yep.
Let me just check one thing.
You're fine.
I don't suppose unarmed strikes count as weapon attacks, do they?
I mean, I think by raw rules they don't, but they should. What's the
'Cause
purpose for?
I
Is it
might use
an exploit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's one of those, like, I don't remember all of the various alternate subclasses, but there absolutely is a unarmed one, and I don't think it includes a caveat to go, but your unarmed strikes count as melee weapons for the purposes of exploits. I think it's intended, because that'd be silly otherwise.
Yeah. Okay. I might need it just because my strength is so drained.
Yeah, fair enough.
But we'll try and attack him. I will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll have to, I think. But I can only make use of this. Hold on. If this hits when you hit a creature, yeah, I have to do this. Okay. Let's roll it. We'll do this. We can do this after. Oh. Other formula.
Brutal.
Such bad luck. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
So-
weakened.
Yeah, it's a whiff. Just the fist just carries through the shadow.
Yeah. I should have probably used a hero point. Oh well, that's fine. Or not a hero point, but inspiration. That's fine.
Honestly, I think hero point is a better name for those anyway.
I'm just too used to Pathfinder 2e.
Fair.
But it does roll off the tongue. Anyway, that is action, bonus action. Yeah, there's no way to salvage this at this point. Yes, that, I think, no, she's not gonna, if she moves, she will,
It would be rough.
she will provoke from 3 people, so, yep.
Roz.
All right. As per usual, we're not going to think too hard about this. We're going to get the flank on this shadow. 19 to hit.
Yep.
For max damage, 12.
Nice. This shadow is destroyed.
We're also gonna move back here in case we need to beat a retreat. Because Corona looks bad.
She has
That's my
withered
turn.
some. Okay. It's Willow's turn. And unfortunately, Willow's resources are limited in scope. We'll use her bonus action to channel the power of the Greenskeeper and attempt to heal Corona. You'll gain 3 HP and 1 temporary hit point.
Nice.
Unfortunately, Willow is too much of a coward to close the rest of the distance to cure wounds.
Hey, that's completely fair.
The Shadow's turn. Gonna come after you, Corona.
Yep, at normal this time.
Will miss with a 7.
Nice.
Claw through the air, misses. Titan.
Yeah, Titan again, seeing Corona surrounded, will spit out some blood. I gotta make some improvements still. But he's gonna claw attack this one, the top one.
Okay.
Amazing. 12 to hit.
That hits.
Oh yay!
For those of you keeping track, that is exactly its AC.
Only 7 damage though.
It is sufficient to destroy that shadow.
Nice.
That's all Titan can do.
Okay. Melody.
Yeah.
2 shadows remaining.
Yeah, she's gonna try and feel a little brave
Mhm.
and roll around here and just in her most terrifying voice that she can manage. Boo. I'll roll a wisdom save.
You closed melee distance and vicious mockery them.
Yeah.
It was a bold
she thinks
choice.
It's some gravity.
Yeah, it worked. They rolled a 2.
Excellent. For 3 damage.
Okay. Yep. It's
Throw some flavor in here.
yeah, it's thoroughly shooketh. Honestly, good timing because it's its turn. Yeah, it's gonna go after Corona, but with disadvantage now thanks to the vicious mockery.
Yay.
Which did work. It's a 6 to hit, which will miss. Its friend is going to do the same, but normally. He rolled a 2 anyway and miss.
Wow.
Jeez.
We've gotten lucky.
Luckily. Lilith.
Round the corner we go. Shoot the one that only Corona can hit.
A longbow shot from the far side.
Roll inspiration, because that was 2 4s.
Oof.
Oh.
Alright, that's much better. 22 to hit.
Yep.
16 points of damage.
Exactly the amount you needed.
Oh, nice.
Looks around, sees that there's only 1 left. She's gonna stay out here. Because, maybe, you know, it'll be a distraction.
Yeah, fair. Bold choice. Corona.
Is Titan willing to buddy cop?
Absolutely.
Okay, then she'll
My back Titan.
Mhm.
Yeah. of course.
she's gonna bonus action reload, action dodge, and then just in case,
Okay.
in case.
Roz.
All right. Well, repetitive question, but does Audie want a buddy cop?
Totally will. You can enter the space with me. Yep.
Great. It's not as much Roz being nice, it's Roz shoving Audie around because move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna reroll that. That's worse. I'm gonna reroll that.
Oh.
It's worth it. That's 13.
Yeah, 13 is just enough.
8 damage.
It is still alive.
That's my turn.
Okay. It's Willow's turn. Willow's gonna dodge. Titan. I'm so sorry.
Attack. Attack. Yay. A 22 to hit.
Yeah. Very good.
And finally some decent damage. 10 damage.
Just enough.
Oh, yay!
Nice.
Yeah, the claw comes striking through. It separates it into multiple pieces, and those pieces just dissipate. And you are now left in this dark, eerie cave with nary a shadow surrounding you. We're going to end the combat there, and also now belatedly take our break.
Whee!
We lived.
Nobody died yet.
But yet,
Wow, you really got to put that out there, Quinn.
Very important yet.
That was rough, guys.
Could have been way worse. I honestly think you guys got out mostly unscathed, really.
You missed so much.
I did.
Yeah.
It could have,
was
yeah,
terrifying.
it could have been catastrophic if I had hit more
Yes.
often, but
shadows are spooky.
it
For
was.
8 active shadows, yeah, we got out pretty well.
They didn't even get to do the cool thing, but don't worry about that. That's a problem for future you. Yeah, anyway, we're going to go on a break after that because we're a little bit late to it. We'll be back in 10 minutes and Hello?
Let's do it.
Checking audio. Good. Refreshing the stream view. There we are. Great. I'm just going to go close the date window real quick. Don't mind me. Cool. Hey, welcome back. We've returned from our slightly extended break, where the party has just recently finished combat, surviving an assault of shadowy creatures that have drained some of them physically. But fortunately, it seems everyone has mostly gotten out unscathed, if perhaps a little drained. But we pick back up in the Saber Wolf Den. Honestly, not even too far from the entrance. Party, you are back in the scene.
Right. We lived.
Everyone faring all right?
Roz, for one, looks not that she's worse off than Corona, but she's got wrinkles in places they shouldn't be on her face, and she's not wearing her armor well. It almost looks like it's caving in on her. It is too heavy for her now.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
Roz is the only one who wears heavy armor, so it's only her problem.
Do we need to return? Try and sneak out before the wolves get us and come back tomorrow?
I, for one, near the end of that fight wasn't feeling too combat effective. I might need a minute or two to just lie down and think about my life.
Well, unless anyone's got a clue as to what those things were, we might not want to do that here. Because if they can just come through the walls, who's to say they can't just come through the ground too?
I have to agree. If we're going to stick around, it would be best for us to perhaps head outside, but I suppose we must be wary in doing so, in that outside is where the saber wolves will have a chance to fall upon us, versus in here they don't wish to enter due to whatever is inhabiting in here. So I suppose at this point you have to pick which evil you wish to expose yourself to.
I risk more shadows in here, or risk getting spotted by the wolves out there?
Wolves seem like they'll kill you.
Well, as much as I hate to say it, if any more shadows were going to come for us, they might have already heard that battle. But there weren't any wolves at the southernmost entrance either. We might be able to rest just outside. Wolves seem afraid of the place.
Oh, that's what I was saying. They don't want to come in. But they might, in their adult state, decide to pursue further if they hear or see anything that they might consider food or a threat.
I hate to say it, but the inside of the cave with incorporeal ghosty things might be actually safer. Like I said, if there were any other shadows directly nearby, they might have heard that already and would be here.
They did seem pretty fast.
We don't need long, just... Or maybe we'll need long. I've never been touched by a ghost before.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you still haven't today.
Nope, no it does not.
Yes, unfortunately, these creatures are Mercurian in nature, not undead.
Do you know anything more about them?
Only whom they belong to? And that they are not fond of sunlight, and that's the extent of my knowledge.
So rest near the entrance, and if they do show up, we can run out in the sun.
I feel like that is a reasonable middle ground. I still have my spell up that is covering our tracks. So, that could be well.
It must be where the French decay used to wait his son.
Alright, so we're staying inside then.
Just inside.
Alright, great. Roz is going to unceremoniously flop down on her back, stare at the ceiling of the cave, and think about how she feels weaker than she has since she was a teenager. Not that she's much past that, she's 19.
Arguably still a teenager.
Quite literally still a teenager.
19 even, yes.
Thinking about how just a week ago she felt so much worse.
Nope, I came out of that without a scratch, so I'll offer to stand watch while all of you take a breather.
Humble brag.
Just archer things.
Or your time will come.
I'm sure it will. You know what's great for hiding? Walls.
Yeah, Corona's gonna kind of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, sorry, I was just gonna say Titan will cough out some blood, but I'll be like, I'm good too. I'll join Lilith on watch.
I'll keep my wits about me, but you really don't want to be hit by these things. Let me tell you.
I have some healing magic for those of you that might not be able to recover from our rest here. So do let me know.
I wouldn't mind some, but I can't tell what part of me is just sore or what.
I think rest first, and I'll patch up those who feel as if that wasn't enough. And you all are going to attempt a short rest?
That's the
Yep.
plan.
Yep.
And as that's happening, Audie's going to make herself a lap pillow for Roz and kind of hum a bit of a song. Trying not to be too loud because again we don't know who's in the cave. But she's going to hum a little song of rest. So if we make it through this and we use hit die, we get an extra 1d6.
If everyone would like to just casually move yourself to where you think, the position you would like to be in for your short rest.
We'll just keep an eye on the entrance.
Much like trying to peer in, you cannot peer out. Wall of darkness.
Well, it'll be really easy to tell when if a nose pops in from one of the walls.
Yep.
Titan's just protectively standing over everyone, pacing this area.
I
Okay.
suppose that's one thing. She was shooting arrows at shadows. Is she able to collect any of them? Any that aren't broken?
You can spend 10 minutes picking up lost ammunition.
Sure.
Although I will say, there are a couple, I think, if my memory serves me correctly, roughly 3 of them, that would have definitely, given just the sheer velocity of a longbow, definitely skittered somewhere over yonder.
Yeah. She's not coming after those ones.
Okay, just I thought I would clarify. So, if you know how many you fired...
I think she fired like 3 that way and 2 down this way.
Okay. Just roll me a percentile die. I'm gonna see how many arrows are intact.
73.
Okay. Yeah, so you can recover the 2 arrows that would have been in this rough vicinity just fine.
Nice.
The other 3 status you're unsure of. They're just off somewhere. And you all settle in for a short rest in this cave. Time begins to trickle by as you attempt to settle in, get comfortable. Harder for some of you more than others, since you no longer quite fit right in your armor and muscles are sore and exhausted beyond a level that you've known for some time. But you do your best. Titan, you're the first one to hear the whispers. You hear, at first, it's nothing. It's garbled, but definitely something or something speaking. And at first, it's quite distant. You're not even sure if that's what you were hearing, just sounds in the cave, given what you've already discovered here. But then eventually, it sort of coalesces into a voice, not too long thereafter. And what secrets have you brought today? What do you wish to share?
Titan just kind of looks around. Who's there?
A seeker of knowledge. If you share with me, I will share with you.
Titan's kind of peering into the darkness.
You can make a perception check if you'd like.
Danny? Yeah, okay. Perception check. Not bad at these, but that's a good roll. 17.
I mean, 17 is good, but you take the light cast off by your lantern, and you hold it about you so you can see, peering around the edges of the various tunnels you see down here, and there is no form you can spot amidst the dancing shadows of the lantern light.
Yeah. Titan's just gonna frown. It tends to not be wise to barter with someone you've never met or can't see.
It would likewise be a death sentence for one such as myself to just reveal, given your kind are not kind to mine. I offer you long-lost secrets in exchange for your own.
Titan shrugs, looks at the rest of the party. Are any of the rest of you hearing this?
Hearing what?
Is Titan like responding out loud?
Yep.
I'm hearing you. She's kind of got her bow in hand.
Titan nods. Right. Well, mysterious stranger, afraid I don't have a whole lot of secrets. I love telling stories. Most of these guys are sick of them.
Don't hear a response, Titan.
He just shrugs, looks at everybody. There is a voice talking in my head asking for secrets. I don't necessarily recommend bargaining.
What about you, little one? Do you have any secrets you would like to trade? Adi, you hear a voice in your head.
Never had a secret in my life.
Something no one else knows. I can give you a secret long forgotten by time, in exchange for a secret of yours that no one else knows.
You see, that's your first mistake. I tell everybody everything. There's no secret word known from me. You don't make props for the wolves.
Adi, you don't get a response. Roz,
Yeah.
what about you? Do you have any secrets you wish to bargain with?
Roz is going to think at this creature. What do I get in return?
Long lost secrets of your desires. I know many things forgotten by time and history. Things mortal historians, arcanists, and warriors long left behind. And I can give you one of these treasures in exchange for one of yours.
Audie was being Roz's lap pillow, right?
Yep.
Audie could probably see Roz's eyes dilate for a second, like a cat seeing something they want.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not saying anything out loud.
Mm-hmm.
But secret for secret, you say?
Of equal value, yes.
Audie will have leaned forward and is like pressing her nose to your forehead so she's looking you in the eye. There, Roz? Roz, you there alright?
I'm fine. I'm completely fine. Other than a little weak.
He gives her a kiss on the forehead and continues like running her fingers through her hair.
I don't know how much value I have to give you. I do have a secret I never told anyone. But I'm not sure how much I would get for it.
I am the one to judge its value. If you wish to take the risk, you could gain much.
Alright. Personal secret then. I've always been jealous of Melody Ulbricht, this one right here. She has powers that I have always wanted. And she decided not to use them. And I coveted them for a very long time. Is that good enough for you?
You hear just like this low droning sound now. Kind of like mystical hold music. After a couple of heartbeats, which feel like minutes, I will take this information. In exchange, what do you seek?
You're offering long-lost knowledge. I had to give you a guess. You tell me what's worth a little bit of a personal secret. Power, information to keep me alive in this stupid cave.
Simple. I would ask of you, Warrior Maiden, make a deal with me. In exchange for your secret, I will speak candidly to you and your friends. And if by the end of that conversation you have a further need to know, I can provide you with the one true thing you want. Make a charisma save, Roz.
Oh, you got it. 21.
Very good. Let me just roll a bullshit check for the NPC. Great number. And I can offer you the thing that you desire most in your heart.
Uh-huh. What is that?
Power.
Whose power?
The one who I gather secrets for. The one whose secrets could belong to you.
There's another moment, Audie, where Roz kind of, without opening her lips, licks her teeth like she's just been offered something delicious. All right. Fine. My secret, your information.
Is it a deal?
Deal.
Roz, suddenly your heart begins to beat quickly. And that feeling rushes to your head. Even though you're lying down and perfectly still, your head rushes like you've suddenly become dizzy. You feel nauseous, weaker than you did before. And as that washes over you and passes, when it is gone, that feeling of jealousy you had towards Audie, even kind of the wandering memory of it, is gone. And, more notably, while you felt sick, ill, weak a moment ago, it is gone. Your strength score has been returned to normal. Now, if you could have your compatriots lower their guard, I would happily come out.
All right. Speaking out loud now. I talked with the thing, kind of, a little bit. So long as we don't attack, whatever this creature is willing to show itself.
Means us no harm?
Probably not. If it does, we attack it.
Clear to me.
We'll kind of look towards Titan.
Titan's eyes are narrowed suspiciously. So long as it doesn't mean us harm, I won't try to kill it.
We'll unnock the arrow she had ready.
In your mind, Roz, have they agreed?
They all agreed.
And at that word, from a pillar from the west side of the cave, you watch a stalking out from behind of it, a tall creature, roughly the same height as Titan. It's hunched slightly, covered in black thorns and spines with a black chitinous exterior and one large glowing green eye. Just slowly stalks up to the group. It doesn't carry itself like it's afraid. of exposing itself to the group. It does have that one singular large eye that is rapidly jumping between everybody here. Like it's quickly taking in as much information about all of you as it can.
Have we ever seen or read about these?
For those of you that dare, religion or an arcana check. But I will go out of my way. None of you have seen this creature ever.
Audie likes reading books.
Is there
17
even-
Arcana.
18 religion.
Is there even a chance that someone passing by town would have talked about one of these things?
Very little?
Okay, then I'll roll. If there's a chance.
Yeah.
I'll roll.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
Oh my god.
23. We'll go Arcana for Titan.
Okay. All of you have done pretty well. Did I miss anybody? 17, 18, 19, 23. Sam, I think? Did you want to throw your hat in?
No, Roz is an idiot.
Gotcha. Heard.
Yeah, Willow called her so last session.
Okay. All of you, through whispers, book reading, various things, you don't know what it's called, but there have been tales of creatures that have this large, green, greedy eye that is said to appear in the darkest recesses of places, invade places, towns, libraries, courthouses, pretty much anywhere. And what they do is when they arrive and leave, there are important things that people have lost, parts of their memories that have been taken. And rarely do people that have had it happen to them realize it happened. It is always secondhand. That's when someone tries to cross-reference that information with someone they knew who knew it and they don't anymore, is when these rumors have started to be generated. However, for you, Titan, you've heard more explicitly about this creature coming from a scholarly position in Mythlight, because these creatures are the bane of any of those that go to Mythlight to perform and work on their thesis, because these creatures are called Iridurs. They are beings of the murk created by Pora, that exist solely to go and steal precious information from people. It is usually more geared towards things of practical applications, such as literally any thesis taken from Mythlight, anything in the realms of arcane or advancing magic or medicine or engineering. They take it and squirrel away with it and try to make sure that as many people as were aware of it lose that knowledge. They actively hoard these secrets and then take them to their mistress of the murk, Pora, and give it to her for her to bury for the rest of eternity, hoping that it would never surface again.
And sorry, their name one last time?
Iridur. I'll put it in the Foundry chat.
Go. Then yeah, Titan looks at it, spits on the ground. He's like, Iridur. You go fishing around in my head, and I promise I'll rip your limbs off.
I haven't taken anything from you. I have no intention of taking anything from anyone here that does not offer it.
Good. Keep it that way.
Would you believe, Dragon Eye, that I was sent here on a mission of goodwill?
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, all right. Expecting this to be a Martell insight check, but Titan's on the ball here. Where are you, insight? This one, a modified 20.
Really good. Despite the way it speaks and your impressions of it from secondhand, experiences from people in Mythlight, even though you distrust it, you don't think it's lying. At least it believes what it said.
All right. Titan shrugs. Stranger things have happened. But as I said, you try and steal anything, and we'll have a problem.
I am here for trades. No stealing to be done. You are kind. And it takes a three-fingered clawed hand and just sort of gestures at all of you. Are facing a great conflict right now. I was told to come and exchange information with those of importance. Knowledge we have about your conflict in exchange for secrets of yours. And then all of you hear in your head, individually, or anything you just happen to want for yourself.
All right. Well, Roz is going to stand up, now looking healthy and hale, almost magically. All right. You want to talk to important people, because you've got stuff that we probably want to know.
Yes.
Who's important enough for you?
Anybody with information to trade. I have all sorts of valuable intelligence that people in a continent-wide war would like.
Body's gonna come up behind Titan and kind of like a child would tug on a parent's sleeve and whisper up to him. This one, do you think this is the one responsible for the wolves?
Titan looks it over and then shakes his head. No, I doubt it's involved directly. Corrupting wolf minds isn't really an Iridur's thing. Wolves don't know much that they would want.
I could speak to that, but I don't give information for free.
Is anyone going to offer up something, or shall I?
Don't have anything worth forgiving.
Titan shoots a glare at Roz, but his facial expression softens slightly. I don't know how much more you have left to give, Roz.
Don't know what that's supposed to mean. I gave one secret, I think. Don't remember what it was, though.
The orator will nod in acknowledgement to affirm that you have offered it something. Adi, while people are kind of reveling in the tension, your passive insight is the only one high enough to take note of the fact that Willow seems to be wringing his hands quite intensely, like he's struggling with something.
Okay. Audie's wisdom's not great, but would she think it would be problematic for her to, like, go over and talk to Willow? Like, would that draw too much attention, or is...
You're not being held hostage at gunpoint, so...
Okay. Yeah, she's kind of been pacing around, so she's gonna make her way over there, I guess. You right there, hun?
I'm conflicted, to say the least. The creature is offering information, and it even just said as such that it has knowledge about why the wolves are affected the way that they are. My mission here is to protect them and help return the wolves to normal to the best of my abilities to please Greenskeeper. However, anything it would ask of me would just as likely compromise the Greenskeeper. Therefore, I am in conflict. Titan, while you're sort of there acting as the wall between it and the party, you watch its eye kind of dart past you. Just kind of watching somebody or something happening.
I truly haven't lived long enough to have a sacred word given it. Have you? Anything before?
I have many secrets. Fortunately, all of them are dangerous to give such a creature.
And Audie gives, like, an understanding smile. Like, she's definitely not pressuring. She was just brainstorming kind of thing.
If all of you are unwilling, if it is agreeable, you could take me to somebody who could liaise between peoples of interest. I am sure, despite what I am, that your people of somewhere will value the information we have to offer.
We always find you.
Ideally, I change locations.
We could always send somebody to come see you, but if you change locations, we can't do that.
I am suggesting I go with you.
Anybody got any objections?
I do.
Russ,
Now's the time.
Titan frowns. About
You-
$1 million.
you told us to start you to Gate Warden. He'll chop it down before he even gets word to speak. It's surely a death sentence, and we don't want to do that to our newest friend.
I don't need to go to your camp. I just need to be accessible. The Umbral Ducks has many secrets that even many of you here would find valuable once you come to the conclusion you will need it. I merely wish the opportunity and placement to be there for those in need.
kind of shakes his head. You came to us, and as far as I can tell, you're being honest. There are many secrets in this world I'd love to get my hands on. If it's just trades you're doing, I see no harm in bringing you to anyone in the camp, any of the leaders, or even if we're stupid enough to fall for this, any of us. I will not object to it coming along, so long as it doesn't steal.
I swear on all of the knowledge and secrets that I have possession of, that I will not steal or take without consent from anybody whom you bring me to.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty serious oath. Any insights into whether or not that's a pretty serious oath?
I mean, based off of what you know about it, it is. It's whether or not if it's enforceable.
Yeah.
But yes, it is significant. That being said, it will extend a hand. If you wish to be the anchor for this oath of mine, it will seal it. But it will make me aware of your presence. Nothing about your mind or anything you know. I will just happen to be aware of where you are. Should I break it, my mind will be torn asunder, scattered to pieces, and the secrets I have gone. I think your mortals would refer to this as a suicide pact.
Titan holds out his hand. Just don't be watching me when I'm with my wife.
I appreciate the discretion above all else. And it will take your hand. And you'll watch, Titan, as you take its hand and you shake. There is this wrapping of kind of almost water-like black and purple energy that sort of intertwines over both of your forearms, and then it just slowly dissipates. But you feel as if something has finished.
Right then. We're all being nice. While we're being nice, we're still here to cleanse this cave. How do we do that?
It turns its eye to you, Roz, and gives you what you would affectionately consider a smile, given that its mouth is rows of needle-sharp teeth. Unfortunately, despite the accommodation we have come to, and is still information I cannot give for free. But if you were perhaps to investigate the cave further, you might understand why these creatures have been misbehaving. And it will sort of turn and back up and then gesture to the west with a hand.
Everybody ready to go?
You have not gotten short rests, for the record. You would have to wait another 15 minutes or so.
Now's the time to object if you object.
Why are you in such a rush?
I wouldn't mind resting just a little longer.
Alright, let's more rest then. Then more fighting.
Very well. And then it will just sit cross-legged against that wall. But its one large glowing green eye never falls away from anyone at the party at any given moment.
What if we flank it?
It's got its back to a wall. You could sit on either side, I suppose.
Watch its pupils split in half.
The Sonic character.
Well, I dare assume you're going to finish your short rest then?
That's the plan.
Yeah, we'd
15
like to-
minutes of awkward silence later.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I mean, Audie's probably still muttering and singing a little, but
Perfectly fair. Okay. 15 minutes will pass uneventfully. Maybe a little awkwardly. And you will get your short rests, so you may take them. If you had your strength drained, it returns to normal after the short rest.
Oh, nice. I will keep this effect just in the back in case it comes back, so I don't have to do it all over again.
really dumb question. Bard or a D8, right?
Yep.
Excellent. It's 3 plus my 1d6 and 1d6 for anyone else using hit die.
Yes, the bardic Song of Rest has taken effect.
Nice.
Does Willow's temp HP also go away? I forget how temp
No,
HP
it goes away
works.
after a long rest.
Long rest? Okay.
So if you have any temp HP from Willow, as small as it might be, you still have it. Ooh, nice.
Cool. That's all I need.
You're looking better over there, Corona. Got a little life in your eyes.
She is giving you a pretty, like, not a dirty look, but like, you know, she's probably a little suspect of you. I don't know what you mean. It's just a little sore is all.
I mean, you looked worse than I did after that fight.
She does not respond. She's you know, being very standoffish, rude. But she's keeping quiet like she has been for the most part of this this encounter.
Alright then, keep your secrets. Which, given context, alright, well, are you ready to go anyway?
As ready as I'm gonna be, yeah.
Then let's do this.
Leroy.
Oh, Leroy.
Oh no.
Wait, no, that's Ross's job.
At least I got chicken.
heading forward a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do, 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 do,
Hmm.
do, do.
So you continue to walk through the cave. You do notice that when you get closer to the west side, when your magical light and lanterns illuminate it, there's a drop off to your left with a small pathway that leads down to, based off of which you can hear a little bit of a fresh water source of some kind. And then a path that splits off to the north, which as you get closer and closer, and you get a better view, you begin to see these small, almost indistinguishable motes of purple energy, kind of just like flecks floating in the air. At first, they are very few. So few
the
as
water
no, to the north.
Oh.
So few, many of you won't notice them. The usual passive perception downward slope. Krona would be the first, Toddy would be the second, Lilith third, and then Titan and Roz bringing up the rear.
I imagine Willow would be in the middle with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oopsie daisy.
I don't think we would have left him behind.
Yeah, I was gonna make a comment about it, but after CJ was done talking.
Yep.
But yeah, Willow would not have been left behind.
And as you traverse down the tunnel to the north, you'll begin to see a dim glow that is illuminating the far room, painting the stone walls in purple. That uneasiness you felt gazing into the den itself, you realize is emanating from this point.
Oh, wow.
That's not good.
As you make it into the entrance, into this small cave off to the side, before you is a pulsing, dark blotch of magic that is radiating this purple energy. It appears as if parts of the stone have malformed and misshaped into these soft, rounded patterns. Unusual flora have grown, and large, spiky crystals have elongated out of the rock in certain places, cracking the otherwise naturally formed stone. The longer you stare at this portal, the more disquiet you feel.
Peyton, Willow, how do we deal with that?
Will has pulled his scarf up over his nose. It's a portal to the murk. And the looks of it.
Would explain the shadows of the Iridur.
Yes, and from the looks of it, it belongs to, well, the Iridur said as much. If someone were brazen enough to step through, it would take you to Porta's domain. The place of lost shadows.
Well, how do we close that?
That is not my expertise. Anyone who would like to make an Arcana or a Religion check?
I would.
And only if you're proficient in it.
Oh.
Thanks, Callista. I'm leaning on you for this.
Oh, all right.
14.
22.
Also a 22.
Okay.
We'll go Arcana check, and at least partially because I was just writing a story about Titan's friend who does portals and such.
Ah, relevant. Adi, no idea.
Yeah.
Lilith, through Callista, and Titan, traveling via portal to other planes is usually something that requires a large burst of magic to tear a hole from one plane of existence to another plane of existence, and it's usually short-lived and long enough for one to step through and then snap shut. It is an extremely powerful type of magic that can be afforded by most types of magic, primal, divine, and arcane. For a portal to be like this to be maintained between the realms, one, it would require a large sum of magic to do so, and two, it would require a component that would act as more or less an anchor point for it. And it is usually on the side of the portal where the spell was cast or the effect was created. So somewhere beyond. If you were to destroy or remove the anchor, it would then initiate the spell to be like a normal teleportation spell between planes, where it would exist for a brief period of time and then snap shut.
Titan frowns, looks at everybody. If we want to close it, we're gonna have to go through and find the anchor.
And once we do, we're only going to have a moment to get back.
Think we're capable of that? Or is it better to return and tell Covert? Send somebody on, I don't know, an ARS rank.
I think that depends on what's on the other side.
Lilith, in your head, you hear Callista's voice. No matter what is on the other side, Lilith, I would recommend you don't go through.
Me specifically?
You, because that involves my survival. The rest of your friends likewise shouldn't go through if they care about their own lives. But I am suggesting you because, well, you understand.
Well, we'll just look at the others. Callista is advising against us going through.
I'm glad Callista has the common sense of any normal human being.
I'm actually kind of inclined to agree. This is beyond us by a lot.
Roz, in your mind, the Iridir speaks to you. If you step through the portal now, you can meet the one who I feed secrets to. The one that can give you the power you want. You will be returned safely, regardless of the decision you make. It is a win-win for you and your compatriots.
I think this is worth Roz trying to figure out if that's a lie.
Insight
That's
check.
insight. It's pretty good. 19.
Again, this is a creature of the murk. He looks sus just at a glance. But there's nothing in the way that it speaks. There's nothing when you glance over your shoulder at it that it appears to be carrying itself in a manner that looks duplicitous. He's not, menacingly rubbing his hands together because you all have their back turned to him. He seems sincere. Just the words coming out of this creature make it hard to believe.
That little bastard over there is telling me that we'll be safe if we go through. And that...
Just you.
Oh, sorry. Just me.
If any of you look back, it is doing that unsettling smile again.
Chrono looks back towards him and says, "You said that if we'd come here, it shows the reason why these wolves are misbehaving, right? So what are we supposed to make of this?"
That is up for you to decide. Or for you to trade to understand.
What a load of bullshit.
Maybe residual energy coming from the murk is infecting them.
And who
Anything-
opened
Sorry.
that portal?
For those of you who rolled the portal check, basically, to open a portal and to maintain it like this requires an immense amount of magical power. Basically, any creature that could do this could, Thanos snap you out of existence, more or less. So it's just someone extremely powerful is the short answer.
You said you were sent here to trade information,
The Iritor nods.
so your master opened the portal.
Nods again.
Titan looks at Roz. Look, kid, I've never been one to interfere in people making their own mistakes. If it says that you can survive going through, that's your choice to make. But as far as I'm concerned, we've found the source of the corruption that's driving the wolves out. Whatever's on the other side of that is beyond our ability to take care of. Our mission's done.
Audie's also gonna take Roz's hand if she lets her,
Of course.
and kind of like bring her nose up close to her ear so there's no chance of her not hearing her. And you promised your granddad that you'll come back safe, that you'll come back alive. You were told you could go through without getting hurt, but it would devastate them if you didn't come back. And she's actively trying to persuade you if it helps.
I want to say one thing. Two things. First, I'm terrified of going in there. And if you all think it's a good idea not to go in there, I'll be very glad. I don't want to do it. But if there's a chance that me going through there could mean closing the portal and coming back safe, and this whole problem is suddenly over, is that worth it?
Ask yourself this. If there's an anchor or whatever on the other side, what's stopping them from closing it? Why do you have to go in there and talk to someone so that they can go, oh, sorry, and close the portal? That don't make no sense.
So you all agree? Bad idea?
Awful idea.
Yeah, pretty bad idea.
Alright.
You're all too young to remember when the Merc could do this with impunity. But yes, bad idea. They don't operate on the rules that we do.
Well, I trust all of you a lot more than I do this guy and the Master Beyond. I won't go through.
I think we heard and saw the river through the cave. Would we be able to ride it back outside, or do we have to go out to the entrance? And Audie will look over to Willow as well. Be able to tell where our water source goes.
I know where this water source goes, and is a means of exiting the territory for where the saber wolves are, and where they are currently migrating from. It is the best way out without having to deal with them directly. Otherwise, you might be ambushed by them as you're traveling through the jungle. That being said, if you are unfortunate and manage to somehow not catch yourself for an hour or so, you might get washed out to sea.
Titan just looks at Willow. Are you satisfied that this is a bit beyond our ability to handle? And if we send someone else?
I can respect your decision either way. I can't force you to risk your lives to do something that even I'm hesitant to attempt. I just also understand the damage that is going to come to the ecosystem here by dragging this out further. But your priorities are not mine.
We'll try to send someone back as soon as possible. It doesn't have to be to 3 days.
Titan looks at the Iridor. For whatever it's worth to you and your master, we're going. And whoever comes after us will know that this was a Merc portal, and likely be prepared to deal with it.
I understand. Much in the same that I cannot promise that what waits beyond the portal will be kind to them. That offer is only made here for one of you.
Titan nods. So long as we're all clear on where everything stands.
No ill emotions held by me. I am quite eager to travel.
Look at him go.
Last chance to change our minds.
Puts his hands behind his back and just kind of slowly walks away.
And just continues to look at Roz.
Little
It's
guy's
always your
right.
choice, kid. It's always your choice.
I can fire a couple arrows in there, see if it hits the anchor. That was a joke.
Titan just looks at Lilith. You're smarter than that, kid.
Wide-eyed, we're not sure whether to laugh or not.
The players are laughing at least.
Yeah.
I want it on record, that was a joke.
Alright. Well, let's get out of here.
Can agree to that.
It'll move up so everyone else can go ahead of him.
Yeah. You guys can really only move like on the map as much as you need to at this point.
Yeah.
You can probably disregard it for the time being unless you decide to suddenly want to stab the Iridor in the back.
No, I think we're gonna make it.
One last look at that portal. And the temptation to go be a hero. And then Roz walks away.
There'll be more chances, Roz.
Not for this area, there won't.
But honorable stories to be made.
Just leaves a rotten feeling in my gut. That's all. Knowing I could do something and I'm choosing not to.
Part of being a hero is knowing your strengths.
Then a pox on being a fucking hero. I just want a better world. And this, isn't it? It's a lot more complicated than I thought.
Are we not taking the water passage out? Everybody seems heading
are we?
towards the door.
Yeah, so for some reason I thought the water was next to the door. Was there one closer?
I think it was this water down
Oh,
here.
you guys
Yeah.
want to take the underwater tunnel that you don't know where it goes?
Not really.
Well, that's what I was
Uh,
asking.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Audie asked Willow. Willow
Whenever-
said it leads past the wolf area.
Yeah, whenever we talk about passages of water, we've so far disconnected twice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the water in the cave. Does it exit out and let us bypass the wolves?
Willow does not know.
Okay.
That is the
Well,
that is the real answer to that question. My answer was in regards to taking the river beyond the Saberwolf territory.
Right. So,
basically,
if we got outside.
Going back out, hanging a right, and jumping back into the river basically was
Yeah,
what I
right.
was answering for.
Well, then Audie would have a second question, a follow-up question, which is that basically she knows some druids are able to, like, you know, hear where water goes or, like, talk to it or whatever. And so, like, is there any way that that he could find out?
He is not one of those.
All right.
And he will say so while looking completely dejected.
Oh.
Any way we could, I don't know, get the wolves to migrate somewhere else for a while?
They're not acting within reason right now. The only way they could be convinced would be force, moving them bodily. The best I can do right now is to go back to the farm and make the brambles and the brush around it dense enough that it will deter them from wanting to visit. Until
What do you
more
think-
mercenaries show up.
What do you think the chances are that we're gonna put our head out that door and there's just gonna be a pack of them staring at us?
Well, perhaps your new friend has been chewed up already. You'll be able to find out.
The irritor already went outside?
Yep.
Excellent. That works for me.
My gods, we've been in there so long.
Oh man.
Yeah, let me turn the illumination for the scene back on.
They have gotten closer though.
Ooh.
Hang on. Global illumination check. There you go. Yeah. As you all come outside, you see the Iridir standing there, hunched over, its hands clasped behind his back, and just staring up at the ridge above the entrance to the cave. And when you all kind of come out and your eyes adjust to the sunlight, you see that it is staring at a group of saber wolves that are currently standing on the edge of the overlook, growling.
I'm willing to find out where that underwater cave goes.
Do not worry. While I am here, they won't attack. There is a deeper primal understanding between creatures of my type and bestial ones of theirs. And you watch as it straightens up. And when it does, and you see its limbs kind of crack and stretch into place, he becomes about 1.5 feet taller than Titan when he does this. And its eye has a moment where it bulges partially out of its skull, and the color around the rim turns violet, purple, pink, and then it ripples across its green eye and then goes back to normal. But in that one transition, the saber wolves at the top of the hill flee.
I suppose with any luck, that scared them enough to keep away from all of this for a bit. We should probably get back to the farm in case that's where they end up running.
They at least need to know that this area is probably not going to be sustainable.
Willow just sort of turns. Again, he looks quite deflated at this point. I'll be doing my best to try to deter them away from here. Trying to push them into a new area for as much as the reason and logic can reach their minds.
Well, Willow, we do still have a debt to you and a job to do. Would you like us to try and get you to the Alpha?
At this point, I don't know if it would do anything. I think this is a matter of time until the roots rot out from underneath everything, so to speak.
Titan nods. Mercurial incursions tend to do that.
Yes, sadly. The best thing I think you can do for me now is to head back, hastily, and send back somebody you think will be well situated to try to take care of this problem. That way we can at least try to minimize any more losses we have.
Alright, let's get out of here then.
Well, as I said in the cave, the best way out of here is the same way we arrived. Take the river, ride it down a ways, so we're not threatened by the wolves, and then hop out. Although, if you travel with me, the wolves will not attack. We could walk the remainder of the distance safely.
I hate to say it, Mr. Iridur, but Willow looks uncomfortable with your presence. I think we'll take the river and meet you back at camp.
Yes, as a matter of fact, since I understand I would not be returning directly with you, let's meet in the middle. And it reaches into a spot in front of it, and its hand vanishes into a pocket dimension that you cannot see. Just its wrist is gone into a tiny little portal, and it retrieves a furled up piece of treated parchment, and then it unrolls it, and it is a regional map of Saphinus. If you could denote here on this map where your camp is, I can make my way there and find a place of refuge that is away but close enough so the way we can continue facilitating our arrangement.
Titan will look the map over, mark an area that isn't the camp, but is, a couple miles away from the camp. You should be able to come in here without anybody killing you.
I will send word to one of your party when I have come within proximity of the area. That way we can further negotiate with others of interest in the camp.
Alright. I'll let them know that Pura is looking to negotiate. We'll see if anyone bites.
Very good. Then I will see you all in a few days. And it's gonna turn from all of you with its hands behind its back, and it's going to begin walking south, just very unceremoniously. we've all watched the D&D movie, how the paladin makes his
paladin,
exit.
yeah.
It's exactly what he does. Straight line out of the bone pit, over a rock, just keeps walking, undeterred by anything in the environment.
Do we get a chance to make it to the river before the wolves come back?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you think something thoroughly spooked them.
Yeah, it's almost like the creature with the same energy that was scaring them away from the caves scared them away.
But yeah, you and Willow can go to the southern edge of the river here. Figure out your order, your timing, your rope, everything you need. And a bit more organized than last. Launch yourselves down and begin making your way back towards the closer part to where the Willows camp is, outside the farmstead, where you can eventually make your way back to the Hunter's camp, which is where we'll most likely pick up next session.
Dun, dun, dun.
It is worth mentioning, though, only Corona sees this due to your passive perception. As you were all kind of filtering in and leaving, Corona, regardless of where you are in the order, if you're at the front looking back, or if you're in the back and just before you hop in, on this rocky overlook where the Saberwolf Den was carved out of, you'll see right here on the edge where you guys were all sort of launching from, an immense green tinted, battle scarred Saberwolf was watching you all.
Okay.
As the last of you rocket down the river. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Woo! You did it.
We didn't die.
Yeah.
We
Did we do
survived
it?
and didn't stupidly go into the murk.
You could have also fought the Iridir,
We could have,
but you didn't.
but people stupidly made deals with him. I'm just kidding. I don't worry.
I think it's right on brand.
Just teasing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, different strokes for different folks, as they say.
I'm counting this as a successful mission because even the League of Phantoms didn't go in and solve all the problems on their thing.
Yeah, this could have been
It-
a lot worse.
That is also exactly how this works. You go as far as necessary. And you come back and you report, and then another team is formulated to be sent out on the mission.
I don't think anybody's going to judge us for turning around at Portal to the Murk.
Yeah.
No.
Little
Ah,
greenies.
yes. So you said you turned tail and ran away at, I quote, portal to living hell. I see. Well, you're cowards.
I don't know. I think Carl might laugh at us.
Not even a temporary
Given-
portal.
Given that at level 18, I was still uncomfortable with walking into the murk,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do this at level 2.
We
Yeah.
had friends with title bearers, personal friends,
Yeah.
and we're like, no thanks.
I used a wish to rip a soul from the Murk so I wouldn't have to go there myself.
Yep. Yeah, it's not a great place. At least not all of them are, and the ones that are only for a short time. And then you
Yeah.
die.
When there's a place like the Merc that can make Barovia look like a picnic, like, come on.
Well, the Barovia has its own flavor, and there is a similar place in the Merc to Barovia,
Yeah.
in that the Merc, all of its domains are themed. So, like I said, my comment was, there's one that's really great for a short period of time, and then awful because then you die, which is like Liliesh, who's her fancy title is the courtesan of wanton pleasure. Everything possibly illicit and enjoyable and pleasurable you could possibly have, but it's done to excess and kills you, by the end of it. So it's just like, well, you had fun, but then you died.
He's a Cenobite.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, and like all the other ones are, similarly themed after things. Pores is honestly, I was talking to Kay the other week, and I didn't realize this, but Actually, I kind of did a while ago, but I just never like fully embraced the fact, like I didn't build them up with this distinction. Is the current members of the Zorana, the Dark Pantheon of the Merc, they each kind of represent one of the 7 deadly sins to some extent. So yeah, that's maybe food for thought, just for everyone to kind of digest into their characters, for rumors and things you might have heard about. And also, Titan is right. At the very least, it's not as bad as it once was. He did boomer you there, but he's right. Back in his day, the Merc was way worse, and that it was everywhere.
Mhm.
Now there's only 2 great rifts left out of the 5 that used to exist. People figured out how to
I'm gonna
destroy
play a
them.
boomer. I'm gonna boomer people.
Back in my day.
Hey, and one of them we fixed. Go
Yeah.
Convergence.
Yeah, that is true.
We did something right.
Yeah, and luckily you brought with you a member of the guild who specifically made it to kill Merc monsters to protect people. And after he figured out what the secret was, he's like, hot damn, I'm gonna go hunt down as many of these as I can and destroy them, because man, are they a problem. And so now there's only 2 left. So
Yay.
he's done pretty good. Granted, he's dead by now, but that's a different problem.
Yeah, time skipping, what you can do.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, short-lived races, beloved NPCs, dust to dust, ashes to ashes, whatever.
But we have Acorn.
You have Acorn, Kay. No one else gets the
I have
Acorn joke.
Anyways, we should probably let chat go.
Yeah, we should let chat go. Hey, we're finished. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys for playing. Hope you had fun. I didn't kill anybody. I am earnestly trying every time I do an encounter. And as we all collectively agreed, as everybody being D&D players and most of us being people that have run Shadows as an encounter before, it is a very easy and slippery slope for that to go from, oh, that wasn't that bad, to everybody died. So I think it went great. And I'm happy about that, because I was, as I always am, a little concerned. But the party got through it and made maybe a tentative new friend, maybe brought a tentative ally for other people to make friends with. Who knows? People make bad choices during war, so it's going to come up eventually. Yeah. So see you all next week. And thanks for being here.
Should we give Echo a raid?
Yeah, sure.
Seeing our Dork Tales, I think they just finished Extra Life, so they're not on.
Taking
right
a day off, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's go raid our beloved friend Echo. Yeah, and like the party managed to kind of do and then not do and then definitely do at the end, when in doubt, make good choices. Sure, that kind of works. All right, we'll see you next week.
Thanks for hanging out, chat.
We're rating.
Okay.
We're rating.
guys.
Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum 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 ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. Wow, it's a really long.
Bye.
Oh, we're going. Okay, thank you. I was like looking
We're
at the
going now.
countdown bar. I'm like, that's like
Yeah.
it's got like 3-minute timer on it.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. I was like, whoa, this countdown bar. We've got like an hour to go.
Free.